Yo folks, and welcome to the channel. My name is Bork. In today's video, we'll be doing a should you pulls for Christina, one of the best units in the game. And some of you might be wondering, is she really one of the best? We're going to be here in JP just so you guys can see what she looks like. And once you see what she can actually do, a lot of you will be like, oh my goodness, she's broken as heck. Now, when we are watching this Christina right here in motion, this is not going to be the same Christina, right? You can see she casts her UB almost instantaneously. That's because she has her unique equipment that allows her to charge her UB very frequently. But look at the damage that she is dealing to all these units. And she has her UB again almost immediately. Watch this damage right here. Always going to be a crit. 83k. She is going to be nuts. And just note, she does have like an invincible sort of like time frame after she casts her UB. You can see there was a miss right there. But that only happens right after her UB. And some people were wondering, after she casts her UB, is that a guaranteed hit? Also 108k. Juicy damage right there. Absolute beast. I don't know if she can actually hit Miyako during her invisibility phrase, because I think even bosses miss Miyako whenever she goes into her ghost phase. So my assumption is during like PvP moments, yes, Miyako will actually stay invincible. But there you go, you got a taste of what Christina can do. She is absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and jump into her actual skills. And yes, she is going to be S rank, which is just crazy, right? She's going to be one of the more back units when it comes to, you know, frontal section. So Lima's all the way over here, and then she's actually going to be behind Shizuru, and Shizuru is going to be, you know, your most farthest frontward tank, however way you want to say it. Very interesting position with her. And just note, we talked about it, her UB is always going to be a crit. It's usually never going to miss unless it's something like Miyako. And then TP increase up her skill. That's the thing you saw where she's pretty much casting her UBs very frequently, and she's going to have low magical defense. But just note that her best thing is the fact that she can actually do defense breaks with her skill too. When it comes to Christina, she is just one of the most broken units that you could possibly get your hands on. She's not going to be amazing on global like what you saw earlier, but she's going to be pretty close to it. But once she gets her unique equipment, she is an unstoppable beast that no one can pretty much contend with. And you can see her skill breakdown. She pretty much casts her 1, so she gets a little bit of TP, and then she casts her 2, where she does like the defense breaks, normal attack, and then eventually she's going to cast her UB. You pair her with like Summer Saren, which will appear later, or any TP boosting sort of character, and her damage will be even more powerful. And it's just something to sort of look into in case you're looking for a character who's going to be one of the best DPS, not to mention a decent replacement to Makoto. Now, some of you might be wondering, what are the optimal ranks for Christina? Well, if you actually scroll down just a bit, you can see she's going to be under Shizuru, as we talked about earlier, and she's going to be a core unit. You guys should already like sort of see that because she's going to be SS rank, right? And then she's also going to be good at either 10-6 or 11-4. Now, it's up to you how you want to do it. Rank 11, you're going to be losing -5 like TP, and unlikely to come in time for CB9. We're in CB9 right now. She's essentially not doing her thing. And then 4-star can work, but ideally you can 5-star her on day 1. So the recommendation, I think, for most folks is going to be 10-6, and then once 11-4 actually releases, then go ahead and do that if you want to. But generally, like, both of them are really powerful, and Christina is just a really crazy unit that I feel like everyone should get. And in case you guys are wondering, like, is there any sort of flaws to her? Her only flaw is the fact that she does not get her unique equipment when she releases. So like we talked about earlier, she's not going to be getting her UBs like, you know, twice within like 1 round by herself. She might cast her UBs maybe once per round, but she's still going to be insane because of the fact that she has a physical defense. It's going to do a lot of damage to, you know, any boss. Summer Kokoro, she will be still used, but if you bring someone like Christina with like Makoto, in some ways Kaori might get replaced by Christina because you're going to get like a double or triple defense break with Summer Kokoro. It's just something to sort of look into in case you're like, oh, is Christina really that broken? Let's go ahead and watch Christina in action one more time, just so we can understand how powerful she is and how powerful she will be. Because I don't think there's any unit in the game right now that is just capable of critting every single time they cast their Union Burst right here. And look at this damage, man. 111k. Yes, I know my Christina is like super powerful. Yes, she's in JP, but eventually your Christina will be like this too, where she just decimates everything in her path. And I know like all these units, they're not like high leveled and stuff, but it's such a beautiful thing to see a unit this broken, because I know a lot of people have been waiting for like the unit in Princess to connect, to finally release that's like actually a DPS, and Christina will bring that and more because of her high damage, and also because of the fact that she has a physical defense break. I know some people might not like her because of like the way she acts in story. I'm pretty sure once you get to know her character story, you'll like her a little bit more. But honestly, she's like your domineering, most powerful waifu, bloodthirsty waifu, whatever you want to call it. She's gonna be amazing. She's She's gonna deal damage, and I don't know anyone who doesn't like big damage in Princess. But let's go ahead and jump right into Arena just so we can cover a few things. Also, really quick, in case you guys are wondering about Clan Battle, I'm not sure when I'm gonna release this video. We're probably gonna sit around like the 220-ish to 280-ish rank. I'm not sure, where you might be like above 300. That's like the hope. I'm not really bent on it, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I'm happy just to participate in Arena, because honestly, or just to participate in Clan Battle, and to have like a really fun, like cohesive clan, because whenever I'm in like a stressful, like highly competitive clan, I can't really function appropriately because there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. Just note, things are getting a little bit better with me, so that's really nice. But I'm super excited to pull for Christina. I can't wait for you guys to actually see her in action, and we'll do the pulls together on stream. I'm thinking most likely on Twitch. That's the assumption, but maybe I'll do it by myself. But usually I like to share like these summoning experiences, especially with y'all, and I want to see, like, you know, if you guys get lucky, if I get lucky, whatever it is. I'm not really going to push my luck because I feel like I'm overdue for some sort of shaft. Eventually, once you get like certain luck, you will get, you know, like some sort of RNG that prevents you from actually getting the units that you want. And as you can see here, like, you know, when you try to deal damage to Miyako whenever she's in her ghost form, it's absolutely abysmal. Like, there's no damage, like it doesn't even calculate. So in her ghost form, like, I don't think Christina can even like deal damage because her ghost form is just kind of broken. And you can see Halloween Shinobu just taking apart the team that we have here, and there's essentially nothing that we can do because that's Halloween Shinobu. She's just gonna kill everyone, and I'm gonna be sad, and Halloween or normal Miyako is just gonna be here being like, yep, I can tank everything, and Summer Kokoro's healing their Miyako, so I can never kill them, even though Summer Karu's doing everything in her power to try. And we lose Summer Karu right here. Halloween Shinobu is a super interesting unit because she just takes down all of the units in the back, completely ignoring the tank. And yeah, of course, once you ignore someone like Miyako and you just take care of everyone who's sitting in the back line, then yeah, the team will essentially fall and die just like this. Or I got timed out in this one. Normal Miyako just pretty much stood there, and you know, I guess I framed through everything. I wanted to call her Halloween Miyako so bad because I'm used to like Halloween stuff everywhere. Let's go ahead and jump into a bit of Princess Arena and just go over a few things. When it comes to Christina, some of you are wondering, do I have to actually pull for her? You guys have been waiting for like this actual statement. When it comes to free to play, you should only be pulling if you have over 100k gems, right? If you have over 100k gems, then feel free to pull. If you have less than 100k gems, I recommend you do not pull. And the reason for that is because we're going to get a bunch of times where Christina is going to be coming back every 3 to 4 months. Yes, Christina is a limited unit, but she comes back every 3 to 4 months. So you don't have to feel like massive FOMO for not getting her this round because she's going to appear again in the next 3 to 4 months. It's up to you. Also, if you're in a top performing clan, like let's say you're top 100 or top 300, whatever, then yeah, Christina is going to be really good. And just know she's going to be one of the best damage dealers for quite some time, if not like forever, in my opinion. But another thing to sort of look into is your gem situation, because everyone's gem situation is different. If you can afford to actually pull, like if you can pity, then you should pull. If you do not have at least pity, I really don't want you to pull. Just pull during New Year's Yui. If you have to have Christina right now, I can't stop you, you know? Just have fun, pull. At the end of the day, waifu over meta, that's all that really matters. But like I said, if you have less than 100k, I do not recommend it because there's going to be plenty of units that you're going to want to save for. If you have at least 45k, I think that's the bare minimum to pull because you can get absolutely shafted during pre-fest, even though there's double rates. You never know what can happen. Those are like my opinions. For everyone else, you don't care, waifu over meta, you're gonna pull no matter what. This is also a great time to pull because it's double rates. You could get whatever units that you want, whether you've never had that unit, whether you wanted to complete like your entire roster, because double rates allow you to essentially pull for every single unit possible. That's another thing that you should sort of look into. Christina will be pullable, she'll have higher rates, but all of the other units will also be higher rates. When more pre-fest or more Princess Galas appear, everything is going to be like higher rates, so it's going to get harder and harder to pull for Christina. So in some ways, I can sort of see that whether you want to pull for her now or you want to pull for her in the next Princess Gala with New Year's Yui, it's really up to you at the end of the day because you can't do right or wrong. Just note that if you get copies of Christina, it's just going to happen in the future because she's going to be in every Princess Gala for the next 3 to 4 months that we get them in those increments, right? I hope you get the gist. 45k plus sure, pull. 100k plus, you're golden. You should definitely pull. I think you are fine. Anything below 45k, I think you're walking on a pretty tight rope, and it's up to you whether you want to do it. Just note that I highly do not advise it because I feel like you're definitely going to whip out your wallet. Ideally, just wait until New Year's Yui and Christina appears. Maybe you get lucky because we're gonna get free pulls during that time frame, and maybe you just pull like a free Christina or a free New Year's Yui. Not to mention it'll be easier to build pity because the game's going to give you like a couple free pulls, I think, or maybe some free gems. But at the end of the day, New Year's Yui probably going to be easier to pity one of them. Not to mention New Year's Yui, while she's really great, she's a PvE unit and she's not going to be required for every single section. Whereas Christina, I feel like she is going to be kind of really insanely useful, just like how Makoto's insanely useful. And New Year's Yui, she's just like really great for PvE situations, which are difficult to tackle. All right, I have blabbered a lot about like Christina. At the end of the day, if you have 45k, I think it's okay to pull 100k plus, like me sitting at 120. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just saying that is a pretty decent range in my opinion. Hopefully we don't get to like 80k, but I kind of foresee it coming because I feel like I'm just going to pity for Christina. You know, double rates are a lie, all that stuff. Anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Once we hit 27,500 subs, we're doing a giveaway. Good luck if you're trying to summon for our #1 dominant waifu right here, Christina. I don't think you need the luck, but at the end of the day, if you get her, congrats. If you don't, she's going to be around another couple of times, if not forever in the game, just in 3 to 4 month increments. Anyways, thanks so much. Have yourself a fantastic day and see you guys in the next one.